Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black, trimmed with silver, and weighing in at 177 pounds. In 1984, he captured silver at the Olympics in Los Angeles, and now as a professional, he has an outstanding record consisting of 43 victories with 20 knockouts and only 2 losses. And for 10 years, he held 2 world title belts. From Bismarck, North Dakota, here is the former 2-time light heavyweight champion of the world, Virgil Quicksilver Hill. And across the ring in the red corner, wearing gold and weighing 176.5 pounds, this 1988 Olympic silver medalist also has an outstanding professional record. 4 world titles in 4 divisions, scoring 30 knockouts in his 35 victories, with the only blemish coming by way of a controversial disqualification. To this day, he has never been defeated by an opponent. He is considered by the experts to be, pound for pound, the best in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, from Pensacola, Florida, presenting the 4-time world champion, Roy Jones Jr.
Virgil! Roy! Look, I both give y'all instructions early in the dressing room. I want you to listen to my commands at all times. Protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves, come out fighting. Good luck to both of y'all.
All right. Are we going to have a Gulf War as advertised for this match, or are we going to get the Biloxi Blues? Roy, I guess, insisted on that introduction as having never been defeated by an opponent, still regarding his disqualification loss as self-inflicted.
Major burr under his saddle. Saw the 305 days inactive for Virgil Hill coming in. Maybe that's good because he was bothered by injury in his loss to Michalczewski, particularly a tendon injury on the bottom of his foot that made it extremely painful for him to step forward. Here, he's going to have to step lively.
Hill immediately using his jab to the body, George.
And you know, it's strange because Roy Jones Jr. doesn't wear his cup above his navel. That's what you want to do, is get that cup up there so you can protect yourself as much as possible, as though he's not even afraid of body punching.
Jones coming out aggressive in the first round, not waiting to see, or check it, Hill coming out aggressive, I should say, not waiting to see what Jones is going to do.
And that jab is going to the body and to the chest.
And he is simply trying to land it, George, which you often prescribe in this situation.
Yeah, because if the fight goes beyond 2 or 3 rounds, you've been hit in the chest, there's no knockout power for you. So you're not allowed a guy to touch your chest, your body.
Roy obviously trying to throw that quick right hand over the jab, trying to time Hill's jab.
Jones almost with his back against the ropes. Repeatedly in the 9-round fight against Griffin, he backed up into the ropes and allowed Griffin to wail away at him. He did it also against McCallum. He says it's a viable tactic which he uses to bide his time and wear his opponents down. Quick left hook up top by Jones. Best punch of the fight so far for him.
If you're going to come out throwing those big heavy shots, you got to make sure no one touches your body, because it takes a lot of your strength away.
And Virgil Hill, as we pointed out, trying early simply to touch Jones's body, particularly with his left jab.
And Jones is standing still, allowing him to do as much.
Jones stepping in and firing a single left hook. Hill coming back and struggling to try to land a jab in the right hand. Another quick left-hand shot by Jones, and he lands a right over the top. Another right hand, and Jones is starting to get it going in the last minute of round number 1.
This guy, Virgil Hill, has been hit by one of the best right-hand punchers in the business, Hitman Hearn. He's able to withstand those heavy blows.
There you go.
Both fighters close to slipping as they exchange punches along the ropes. Jones has gotten his offense going in the last minute of the round, has landed several hard left and right hand shots. Hill has stuck to his knitting, trying to land his jab and work to the body throughout the round.
That right hand working over his jab. That's good. Hallelujah. Okay. Yeah, take this mouthpiece. That's good. That's good. Way to counter with that right hand. You're doing good. Just let's keep it like that. Keep it like that. You hurt him with that left uppercut too. You got a good angle on it. Way to work.
And stay in front too long, right? Little side step over, little side step over. Keep that left hand busy. All right? Feint and go. Feint and go. All right? Nice deep breath. Keep them hands up.
That's the way. Hands
all right,
up.
keep turning him. Keep turning. That right hand go, brother.
Hill refers contemptuously of Jones as the Wonder Boy, and he fought him with a little contempt in that first round, I thought, George.
Yeah, every time Jones touched him with something, he'd go right back to the body. And I think that's a lot of good skill there. You can keep your mind on your strategy.
Hill landed 17 of 42 jabs in the first round. Almost all of those 17 connects to the body where he's been focusing his attack. You can see him coming out in round 2 with the same thing. Jones lands a right hand flush on the cheek up top. Jones only threw 37 punches in round 1. He likes to work in a staccato rhythm. Bunch of punches followed by a lull. Then another bunch of punches.
And Hill is doing a good job. He boxes when Jones wants to stand still. When Jones standing still, he'll start moving forward. You fight him when he want to box, and you box him when he want to fight.
Hill continually sticking that jab to the body, momentarily backing Jones up, then he steps away. And Jones often is not firing back. Jones choosing his occasions for stepping in with quick left hooks up top or the right hand lead. Another right hand lands for Jones. Hill has taken all the power shots pretty well so far.
Yeah, and that's not really good for Roy Jones Jr. to throw that much power early in the fight, knowing that this fight could go on and on and on. This guy's able to really recover good from a shot, Virgil Hill. And he goes right back to that midsection. That's not good.
For Jones, it is.
That's not good for Roy Jones Jr.
In other words, it's good for Hill. So you like Hill's fight plan so far, George?
So far, he's catching a lot of shots, but of course, he's being shot by a genuine middleweight. He's been in there with the big light heavyweights for the last few years.
So even though Roy hasn't fought at 160 for a few years now, you still think of him fundamentally as a middleweight?
Yeah, you look at Virgil Hill, look at the size of those legs, the calves. He's been caught with some good shots, but believe me, there's not enough weight behind him yet.
Jones landing with sharp lefts and rights. Now he's starting in round 2 to occasionally look to put together combinations. For the most part up to now, it's been one punch at a time. Hill still focusing on trying to land his jab to Roy Jones's chest.
Yeah, he's believing that he's going to take a lot of the juice out of that power of Roy Jones. And he's taking the chances, as we said early on. You guys got to get out there and take a chance. Can't worry about the scars on your face. Can't worry about getting cut. This is your chance of a lifetime.
Those leaping left hooks landing for Roy Jones. Hill doggedly sticking to the plan, keeping his left jab in Jones's chest. Now he comes back up top and backs Roy into the ropes. 2 rounds in the books.
I know, I push my stomach. Listen to me. Don't worry about hitting him hard. He can take a pretty good shot. Just touch him. Just touch him. Then offset and give me me some power to get this Turk out here. Now he reaching for your jab when you throw to the body. He reaching for it. Make the jab to the body, let him come down with that right hand, throw your hook. You'll catch him, I guarantee you, Roy. Every time you throw that jab to the body, he reaches down for it.
The crowd has been turned on by many of these long punches by Roy Jones, but most of them are missing. They are not connecting. And you wonder what influence that will have on the judges. Even that punch was not a clean punch.
Doubling that left hand up.
On stat numbers through 2 rounds, Jones has landed 34 of 68, 50% connect percentage, according to CompuBox observations. Virgil Hill, 35 out of 80, 44%. Harold Letterman gives each of the first 2 rounds to Roy Jones on his card. And you heard Alton Merkerson suggesting to Jones that Hill is reaching for his jab, so if he fakes the jab to the body and comes upstairs with the left hook, he'll do some damage.
Yeah, he can do some damage, but he's not going to get what Jones is accustomed to getting, knockdowns like that. He's going to have to touch him a little bit, just find the man so that you can get the big shot. Virgil Hill is very solid, keeps his footwork, bends his knee when he jabs, all of the things that's necessary to counteract all of this unorthodox stuff Jones is doing.
You know, frequently we get the impression early in fights that Roy doesn't have it in him. He's not trying to get at his opponent, but I have the impression tonight that he's working hard and really looking for an opening to make something happen.
I agree.
And he's even using his left jab this time. That's something he doesn't like to do.
And as Hill lands a right hand, Jones shakes his head as if to say, they can't do damage to me. But Virgil Hill,
jab. He has a jab, Roy Jones does.
And Hill still just trying to keep his glove on Jones. Jones lands the left, but it's one punch at a time. Now there's the combination. Jab and right hand. Hill lands a right hand over the top in retaliation.
Good right hand by Jones, and I thought that momentarily stunned Hill. He may be getting a little too brave.
Yeah, you just can't catch him all night long. And sometimes you got to start moving your head left and right.
Hill does best when he gets off first and goes to the body.
But Hill has done a good job. If this fight goes another couple of rounds, he's put in the investment in the chest and the stomach to keep some of the power out of this man in the long range.
When Hill steps up and then waits for Jones to do something, Jones is able to land. So Hill's plan has to be to get off when he goes forward. It's going to take energy.
He hasn't thrown one right hand with authority yet, Virgil Hill.
Nope.
Not one right hand.
He's landed a couple, but they were pawing efforts over the top.
There was a little controversy about the gloves early on. When a guy's that concerned about gloves, that means there's maybe something wrong with one hand or another.
They finally settled on the long-thumbed Reyes gloves just a few hours before fight time.
Harold Letterman said that Roy Jones would try this overhand right.
Right hand shot by Jones as the round comes to a close. Virgil Hill stopping Jones in his track with the left jab. Plenty to cheer for on both sides of the ring.
I'm out. Okay, you don't warm down a little bit now. Look, you're hitting him with your jab. He use your jab. The 1-2 is working. Just stick to that. Just keep shooting that 1-2. If you hurt him bad with your right hand, go ahead and follow up. Until the end, just give me the 1-2. Give me the 1-2. But you're dominating with the jab. You're hitting him with the jab now. You got him froze. He out of his fight plan. Stick with the jab and the 1-2. If you hit him with a 1-2 and he curl, go down and get your body real strong, okay? Okay, give me a little round.
Seconds down.
Jones's popular trainer, Alton Merkerson, saw his son, Ron, drafted out of Colorado in the 5th round by the New England Patriots last week. Inside linebacker. Here comes Hill to begin round 4 against Roy Jones.
There you go.
Virgil Hill is doing a lot of footwork, and when you got the power and the size like that, you got to move forward. You don't need to box.
Harold Letterman, how do you have it scored through the first three?
Jim, I got it 3-0, 30-27, Roy Jones Jr. Jim, I got to tell you, it's the boxer against the puncher. And unless Freddie Steinwinder is hitting Virgil Hill, somebody's making Virgil Hill's eyes swell up. I'm telling you, Roy Jones is not missing him with that right hand. He's whacking him with it. He constantly throws a right hand lead that lands on the left side of Virgil Hill's head, and it's hurting Virgil Hill. No question. Virgil Hill is popping a jab, but just like Foreman said, he doesn't throw a right hand behind it. So far, it's Jones's power over Hill's jab.
Whoa! Right to the body, down.
Unheard of. Unheard of.
Only the third time Hill's ever been down. He's holding the kidney area on the right side.
10.
And Steinwinder
Unheard
the
of.
fight. First time Virgil Hill's ever been knocked out. Roy Jones did it with a right hand to the body.
I've seen it all.
That's one of the few hard body shots I can recall Roy Jones ever throwing, much less ending a fight with.
Unheard of.
Normally not a body puncher.
Didn't he knock out Glenn Wolfe with a body shot as well? Long time ago back in Vegas?
Well, I said one of the few. But he never has done it against a world-class opponent that I can recall.
This is a world-class opponent being knocked out by a body shot.
This is one heck of a body shot. I mean, this was a perfect, clean shot to the right of the rib cage, and here's another look.
Larry, tell us about this, please.
Well, it was just a sudden shot underneath the jab instead of over the jab. Through the first 3 rounds, Virgil Hill had been seeing Roy throw the punch, throw the right hand over the jab. This time he elected to throw it under the jab and just caught him in a very vulnerable spot.
What does it feel like, George? What does it feel like when you get hit there?
Boy, I tell you, there's nothing like it because it actually paralyzes your body for the second. All you're thinking about is recovering from the pain. And that's what he's thinking, how do I recover?
Okay.
It's not about defending yourself.
Fighters describe that to me as feeling as though a knife has just been passed through your ribs.
It's paralyzing it because it takes
And
your
from
breath.
the waist down, your legs can't move, right?
Yeah, it's shock. It's physical shock.
So a lightning knockout in the 4th round for Roy Jones. One punch knockout on a body punch. And quickly, let's go up to Michael Buffer for the official particulars on this one.
And referee Fred Steinwinder III calls a halt to the bout. Following the 10 count, the official time, 1 minute, 10 seconds of round number 4. The winner by knockout victory from Pensacola, Florida, he is Roy Jones Jr.
A significant campaign stop in Roy Jones's bid to be seen as the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world. He knocks out an excellent, well-conditioned opponent, Virgil Hill, with a body shot in the 4th round. And George Foreman, that in the eyes of some is going to vault him back to the top of the heap.
I tell you, as I said, Ronnie Spears said, you can't foxtrot. He was flat-footed and he hurt this guy.
Final punch stat numbers. CompuBox observations show Roy Jones landing 34 of 69 power punches. That's pretty much his norm. He lands more than half of his power punches. And Virgil Hill only threw 30, landing only 11. And you saw those right hands, which were not heavy blows. Jabs, you know, and of course this is window dressing for Jones, who doesn't normally use the stick that much, but went to it in the 3rd and 4th rounds tonight when trainer Alton Merkerson asked him to do so. So he built his stats up on the jab, landing an uncharacteristically high 49%. Virgil Hill was doing what he wanted with his jab for the first 3 rounds. He couldn't keep Jones away from him when it mattered most in the 4th. Let's go to Larry Merchant with the winner.
All right, and the winner is Roy Jones. Congratulations, Roy. Frequently we've seen in your fights that if you don't hurt the guy in the first round, you look to settle down, get him when you can. But it seemed you were much more intense from the start till that dramatic finish tonight.
haven't fought. Well, first of all, I take time out to thank God for giving me the strength, the wisdom, the help around me, supply me with the people and the utilities to do what I do. But what it was I haven't fought in a while. You know, I've been a little rusty, haven't been doing things, so I want to get myself into the groove of it. But I know that I'm too powerful for Virgil Hill. I was much too strong. I'm a big puncher. So I figured, why waste time boxing? If I box, that's what he wants to do. Don't box him, let's go get him.
Okay, now we want to talk to you about the punch that ended. You're not noted as a body puncher, but throughout the fight, it seemed you were throwing right hands over his jab. At that occasion, it was under it. So let's take a look at a replay of what happened there, and you describe it. Was it a kidney punch?
I don't know what it is. That's a good body shot there. It's right on the side. I mean, it could be called whatever, kidney punch or whatever, but when I go up on his jab and throw my punches, I can't sit there and guide it. I mean, I don't care what he called it. In boxing, we have to take those. I get hit with them all the time. In fact, I get hit further back than that. That's a legal shot to me because that's under.
No, it is a legal shot. Nobody is claiming otherwise.
Okay.
But were you conscious of the fact that you had been throwing right hands over his jab and that he was opening up for that underneath?
Very much so. That's why that's the first right body shot I threw the whole fight, because I wanted to get him used to jabbing and stuff. I knew he was going to keep jabbing. I was trying to hit him over the top, but I said, since I can't go over the top, let's go underneath, baby.
Up until that point, were you surprised that he was as aggressive behind his jab as he was?
No, because that's basically his best punch is his jab. I knew he had a good jab. I knew his jab would cause some problems early because Virgil Hill has been noted his entire career for a jab. He's a boxer. So when you fight, the whole thing is you fight a boxer and you box a fighter. He's a boxer, so I had to fight him. I don't go into our jab. I go in to beat him.
Normally, when you go into a ring with a guy like this, you're content to let the pace play out, as I observed before. Were you looking for some dramatic statement because you are very jealous of your reputation, which people were tending to forget because you had been away from the ring for so long?
No, it's just I haven't fought in a while, and I think some people probably thought that, well, he's probably slacking now, and we probably can beat him, so let's try him. I wanted to fight Virgil long ago, as you know, but the fight never materialized, so I said, you know what, I'm going to go out here tonight. I'm not going to box Virgil because he's a boxer. I'm going to go ahead and fight him and get the fight over with.
Just one more question about that body punch, because it was so devastating, and it's so seldom that we see a one-punch body punch knockout. Were you aware, while the fight was going on, that a body punch can be that devastating even? Because I don't remember the last time you have done anything like that.
Let me tell you something. See, this is why I know that I am pound for pound the best fighter in the world. I don't like to argue it, but I beat the best fighters. You know what I'm saying? You stop Virgil Hill in 3 rounds. I mean, come on. You know what I'm saying? That tells you. I'm a good puncher. I'm a good fighter. I don't even argue with it no more. You know, I just sit back and take it easy. I love doing what I do. I love the Gulf Coast. I love the whole world. I love all my fans. I appreciate boxing and performing for people. And
some people, including your own trainer, have questioned whether you still have the passion to be the best and to do what you do. Are you saying now that after a fight like this against a world-class opponent that you feel that great feeling you had when you were younger in the ring?
No, I don't have that feeling still. I mean, it's hard to get that feeling, especially when you're at home training. You got a lot of distractions. I dealt with a lot of distractions before this fight. I've been dealing with a lot of distractions for a long time now. And, you know, if I'm happy, if the situation is right for me, then I can get that feeling back. Right now, that situation is not really the best, so I'm just doing what I got to do to get by.
Who do you think you're going to fight next, Roy?
I don't know. Whoever HBO decides they want me to fight, if they come get with me, Marauder, whoever, Fred 11, Stan 11, all of us are still together, get with us, let us know what they want to do. I'm always interested in performing for people. You know, I'm a good fighter. I enjoy what I do. I thank God for giving me the talent to do what I do. I love to fight. I just want the conditions to be right for Roy Jones Jr. because after boxing, Roy Jones Jr. does have a life to live still. So I want my situation the best for me, and I can do what I got to do.
Thank you very much, Roy. You know, Roy often talks about his humble, quiet life on the farm outside of Pensacola, but coming into this fight, he insisted on a Rolls Royce from the backers of the fight. That was a Rolls Royce of a body punch. Jim?